Hello, this is Åsa with another process video. This time I'm making a mixed media page, and it will be based on a piece of patterned paper with text that I have earlier covered up in gesso. And now I'm making a border all around the page with some gelatos, a grey one and a yellow one, and spreading it out with some water to blend it up. The inspiration for this page is kind of a steampunk feel, and I wanted to make it that metallic and industrial kind of feeling. So I painted the frame and the better part of the page with some gold acrylic paint, and it blended really well with the gelatos. Then I took some Liquitex ink in the color of burnt sienna, added it to a mini mister, and gave the middle of the page a couple of good sprays to create a warmth in the center of the page. And it got really wet, but I managed to dry it up with a heat tool before it went completely through the paper. I got a couple of spots on the back where it actually wet all the way through, but it didn't hurt the paper, or it didn't tear the paper. But I had to work a bit on the drying. So you can see it's got a really nice shine. It has still some white at the outer edge of the page, and I plan to get rid of it with some watercolor in green. I used the Peerless watercolor to give it some of that green kind of coppery edge to the page, and I think it went really well with the metallic and the red in the middle. Now I bring out a pack of steampunk dazzles from Hot of the Press. This was a product that I really needed to own, so I bought 2 sets of these back when it came out, and I have used one setup, and I have stopped buying 2 of anything really, because when you have a product that this special, when you have used it up and it's pretty much used, if you know what I mean, it's you can just use a product for this many layouts. But now it's been quite a while since I used these dazzles, so I thought it would be fun to bring them out again, and I just put a bunch of them on the page. I was a bit afraid they wouldn't stick to this background that had many different mediums, but it worked really well, and I had no problems with them getting loose or anything. That was the dazzles, and now I bring out a Versacolor mini ink spot in copper. This is pigment ink, and it's very easy to work with. It sticks lovely to the stickers, but it doesn't dry very fast, so I don't think it has dried yet, even though I went over it with the heat tool. So I think it would be really good to spray it with some fixative or anything that made it more also more dry, or not so sensitive to smearing. This is a photo of me and hubby that I wanted to use for this layout. If I had had the possibility to make it sepia colored or brown color, I would have made that, but I have not got a photo printer, so I had to work with what I had, and this was it. It's a black and white photo, and I decided to mount it on a couple of vintage feel papers to gradually get it to match the more brown colored background. And first I thought I'd make it square, but I ended up cutting it to the proportions of the photo. Because I didn't want to cover up any more of the background than I really had to, so I cut off the excess. To make it blend even better into the background, I grabbed some distress ink and distressed the edges of the photo mats with that, and it worked very well. Just like most of my videos, the recording will stop. I have ordered a mount for my video camera so that I can use that for my process videos, but it hasn't arrived yet. So until then I'll have to try and make do with my mobile phone. Here's a small piece of fabric that I wanted to add to the photo block to add some different texture. I decided to put a piece of cardstock from the top to the bottom behind the photo. To give it a bit more of that steampunky feel, I added some ephemera and some eyelets. And this is the finished page. The title is Mig Dig, which means a bit like me and you. And here are some close-ups of the stickers with that copper pigment ink on top. I hope you have enjoyed watching this process video, and please leave a comment. And I hope the volume was better than last time. Take care and see you soon. This is Åsa. Bye bye.